Hello everybody. This is our final Tuesday Tales and Tales. I told you last week that this week's animal is pretty popular. Last week we talked about the bald eagle. Before that we did the skunk, the beaver, the raccoon, and the very first was the squirrel. In one of the books I'm going to show you today, a squirrel says that this week's animal is big, now that's big to a squirrel, fast, and sneaky. It's really popular. Do you have any guesses? The final animal is the fox. Oh, everybody loves the fox. First thing I'm going to do is look it up in our pocket guide to critters of Massachusetts. Did you know the red fox can leap 15 feet in a single bound? The fox can run up to 30 miles per hour and is an excellent swimmer. It stores uneaten food under leaf litter or snow marked with urine, usually near the den entrance. There's our fox. Pretty cool animal. Let's look at some awesome books today. I've got some easy readers, some picture books, and some great chapter books. Okay, I was telling you about a book where the squirrel admires the fox. That book is part of a series for kids who are beginning to do their own reading. Here's one from that series, try and get the glare off there, called Fox the Tiger. It's a fox who admires the tiger so much that it dresses up, paints stripes on itself. So in this one, squirrel says, oh no, starts out with fox, sorry. Fox says, I wish I were a tiger, and paints the stripes on itself, etc. And in this other one, fox is late. Look at that, fox is a pretty cool skateboarder. So there are many in the series, you can check them out. We also, of course, have a lot of nonfiction books. Not gonna read any from these today or show much about them, except just to show you that we have a bunch. And then let me show you some cool picture books. And remind you on this last Tuesday Tales and Tales that you're never too old or too young for picture books. In this one, simply called Fox by Kate Banks, a baby fox is born, and as it grows up, the rain comes and goes, the sun comes and goes, the stars come and go, the clouds come and go, and the fox wants to grow up, which might happen to some of you. In this one, Outfoxed, we have the common theme of a fox trying to be sneaky and catch a chicken. In this one, he catches a duck, and the duck tries to convince the fox that the duck is a dog. Whew! All these animals gets confusing. Read it and see what happens. This one is One Fox, a counting book thriller. All right, check this out. One famished fox, two sly eyes, three plump hens, four padding paws, five snug eggs, six silent steps. What do you think is going to happen? Read it. A counting book thriller. And this last one has a local author and illustrator. This is Hector Fox and the Giant Quest is the first one by Astrid Shekels. Look at the beautiful, fascinating images in this. Big bear, these animals, you know, they wear clothes and they look really like charming characters. This one is for those of you who are interested in classic old literature, maybe some of the parents out there. This is called Chanticleer and the Fox. It's an adaptation of a story by Geoffrey Chaucer, who wrote the Canterbury Tales. These stories tend to have morals or lessons, and in this one, Chanticleer, the rooster, is up against the fox. See what happens. And finally, I promised I want to show you some great chapter books. These 3 are for older readers, probably 9 years or older. They're really incredible. They do have some mature content, but their stories are very worth reading. First up is Maybe a Fox by Kathy Appelt and Allison McGee. It's about a young girl who has a kind of spiritual connection to a fox. In Sarah Pennypacker's Pax, a young boy has a pet fox, and they get separated, and the book is about them trying to reconnect. And finally, in Scary Stories for Young Foxes by Christian McKay Heidecker, we have a really unique book in which young foxes go to an older fox to hear some good scary stories. And he tells some stories that have an effect on their lives that you can see in this book. One of the characters in it is Beatrix Potter, who wrote about Peter the Rabbit. It's a little bit scary, but it's also really exciting. All these stories are more inspired by foxes, and they're all available at the Dickinson Memorial Library in Northfield. We have tons of great books. It's been a summer of tales and tales. I hope you continue to learn more about our local wild animals and about all sorts of other wonderful stuff. Please come by the library to see us, to grab some books, and to talk about your own tales of this summer. Happy reading, everybody.